Welcome back to my workshop. Now today we've bought something from Amazon, or we've had to buy something from Amazon, and I'm going to do an unboxing and an installation. So let me show you why we had to buy it. It's the ceiling fan in our bedroom. It's really loud. I think the bearings have gone. So what we have here is a Westinghouse 76cm turbo swirl ceiling fan. And it's got a light on it, and it's got some very nice shaped fins. This was £68 off of Amazon. So let's quickly whip this out of the box and we'll see what we get in the box. So hopefully you can hear me. I'm having a bit of a microphone problems at the moment. Right, as you would expect, in a box with a fan in it, we should have a fan. So what we have is some instructions. We have the fan blades, which these are all wooden ones, which is good. It's got a little sign on here that says this way goes towards the ceiling, so that way they're all profiled correctly. We have an off stand, so it looks like you can have the fan mounted directly to the ceiling, or you can have it hanging down a little bit. Might go for this option because that's what we already have. Okay, bit of polystyrene. We can put that in the ocean later. We've got a domed light shade, which is glass. So don't break that, Frank. Then we have the actual motor and the mount. Now this bit is the bit that actually screws to the ceiling. So there's a metal bracket in here which we have to remove, fix that to the ceiling, and then this bit fixes to the lamp. And here's the motor. It's quite a heavy thing. There's the light fitting on the bottom, the wiring. Now this looks like it's going to be quite good because the wiring comes as a separate plug that plugs into this outer casing. Sometimes when you're fitting one of these, you end up with the whole weight just dangling on the wire temporarily, which is not a good thing. So this actually mounts and then you can plug it in, which is good. Okay, this is quite a bit of weight behind this, so you have to make sure it's mounted to the ceiling quite securely. Then you get some metal brackets by the looks of it. Okay, so it looks like there's one of these brackets per fin. These brackets mount to the fin, and then the other side of the bracket mounts to the motor like this. Okay, that's what that looks like. Then a bag of screws. Okay, so that's what we got. Right, let's put this thing together. So the first thing the instructions show us to do is to remove the bracket from this casing. Simple case of a screwdriver. Undo the locating screws. 1, 2. Don't lose them. Then slacken off the bayonet type screws and then give it a twist, hopefully, and it comes out. So put this aside. This is slightly flexible, so don't squash it. So what we have here is the electrics. So the electrics from the original light connecting to here, which then plugs into the motor. Okay, but this whole unit has to be mounted to the ceiling. Okay, to see how this works, this one here looks like it sits in there as a gateway. Okay, so that hangs like that. Okay, so this part can be dealt with separately, can be screwed to the ceiling, but I'll have to take the old unit down first. Right, let's assemble some of the rest of the motor. Right, next with the motor here. Okay, that shows this. Okay, so the next part, I've decided I am going to use this section. So what we have to do is remove this bar from the middle. So you do that by unscrewing, it's a small screw on the side here. Unscrew that. That's just a locating screw, it doesn't take any load. That allows this sleeve to move up and down, which allows this bar to come out. Okay, once that's out, this can go over the top. This wire can go through the middle. Okay, so it goes all the way through. Then the bar can go back in. This bar can go back in, and that can lift up again. Then you tighten up the screw. Okay, so now you've got your wire going through the middle, and what you should be able to do is then locate this other pin through here. Okay, and do that. Okay, once that's past the wire, then this R clip can be inserted into there. Okay, so now the whole thing can be suspended by this. Okay, that's fair enough. Right, next, to assemble the blades and the blade bracket. Now if you look on the blade, it's got a label here that says the ceiling goes this way up, and on the bracket it's got a piece here that's in English and in German, and it says mount that side to the motor. Okay, so you have to make sure that these are in the right orientation, because in theory it would fit this way, but then the blade would be going the wrong way. Okay, so up this way. Then you have to use some of the screws. So according to instructions, it says use a screw, a fibre washer, and then a decorative nut. Okay, so basically shiny. Okay, looks like the screw goes through first, through the bracket, then through the fin, and then it screws on like that. So get all three of them in first before you tighten anything up. Okay, so this only takes a few seconds putting up, which is good because you've got quite a few to do. Two, screw, washer, hole, nut. Okay, once they're all in, put them back to stop nothing, and you up one. Okay, you should end up with this. Okay, now I've got to repeat that for the other the other 5 blades. So I'll do that now. My other 5 blades are done. Now it's time to mount them onto the motor. Now, if you look on the motor, I've already put one blade on. So if you look on the motor, in here, there's the mounting screws for each blade. But what there is, if you look through here, there's an access hole where you can get a screwdriver in to loosen them. So what you need to do is go through the access hole and loosen off 2 of the screws. So you remove 2 screws. Then take your next fin, remembering where it says this way up, or bitte dies Sally am Motor Bessenting in German. Okay, then that mounts that side to the motor. Put your screw on screwdriver, in place, screw through the hole under it, into the blade, and into the motor. Okay, don't tighten up all the way, so you should have this. Okay, then the next screw into the other hole. Through the access hole, through the blade, into the motor. Make sure it's really bad. If we can get it in the hole. Okay, so that's another blade mounted. So what I'll do is I'll do that for the rest of the blades and then come back to you in a second. So I've got all the rest of my fins screwed in now, and they're all checked and tight. I've gone around again to check just to make sure it actually spins, which it does. Okay, so now what we have to do is go and remove the old lamp and then screw this bit to the ceiling. So let's go and do that. Okay, so finally the light is up, or the fan with the light is up. As you can see, it's much quieter. The light isn't quite as bright, but it'll do. It's nowhere near as noisy. And it seems to displace a lot more air, so quite happy with that. We'll see how that goes over the next couple of days. Might change the bulb to an LED bulb. Now, one thing I had to do was, it was slightly out of balance. You can still see it's got a bit of a wobble. Now what I've had to do is basically, I've got some of these little strips of magnet which I've had from a previous project. What I've done is I've cut teeny tiny little bits of this off and mounted it on the brackets, and then sort of gradually spun it up and tried to get it balanced. If I want to spend a bit more time, I shall spend a bit more time and try and get it even more balanced. Alright, okay, that's done. Okay, so that's it. That's the final installation of one of these, which is a Westinghouse 76cm turbo swirl. Sounds very impressive. We'll see how that goes now. That leaves me with the old unit, which I'm sure I can make something out of. Okay, right, thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions or if anything happens with this, I'll let you know in another video. Please comment down below if you've got anything to say, or if there's anything else you'd like me to review or do. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tell all your friends. Put it on Facebook, put it on Instagram, tell everybody. I need people to watch. Alright, see you later. Bye. Rest of my fins on here. Okay, all checked, all tight, all tight. Oh.